What is good, Big Head Baseball? Looks like we're getting some people starting to join here for this Game 6 of the slightly more closely contested semifinal series. We've got Merle in the chat. He's already just chilling, waiting for an eventual opponent in the Bartolo series. Maybe it'll happen tonight. Maybe there'll be a Game 7. We shall see. Anyways, gonna be a great pitching matchup tonight. If Game 3 was any prediction, I mean, Crozier and Kozak were absolutely dominant. It took one run in the bottom of the ninth, the only run of the game, for the Moose to walk off and win that game 1-0. And yeah, obviously the Rippers bats had no answers for Kozak last time out, and Crozier looking to keep his momentum. He's rocking a .82 ERA this semifinal series, over 11 innings pitched. And should be a good one. Rippers obviously looking to punch their ticket to the Tolo after not having luck in Game 7 last season in the semifinals, so they're hoping to avoid another Game 7 this time around. And the Moose have played incredibly well, similar to the Empire, with their backs against the wall this season, so no doubt in my mind that they will come out swinging and should be a good one. So anyways, since we're back to games 6 and 7, if necessary, Atlanta will be the home team the rest of the way this series. And as the Moose are the visiting team, we will see their lineup first. So let's go ahead and get to it. For Manitoba, have Kendrick Bradley leading off and playing second base. Johnny Danks at third. David Leathers is catching. Nicholas Orinoco at shortstop and batting cleanup. Dan Gleesack in left. Bear Alonso at first. Russ Perry in right. Christian Bacagaluppi in center. And Aaron Kozak, the menace himself, on the mound for the Moose in what might be the most important appearance of his career. And for the hometown Atlanta Rippers, they will have Charlie Bubblegum leading off in right field. Giancarlo Hammer, who got hurt last game, but he's back tonight. He's at third base, and we'll see if we need a Benji backup this game or not. Dixon Yomota will be at second and batting third. Schwarbombs, who had 6 RBIs and almost had 10, just missed a second grand slam. He will be in left field. Benny Rodriguez in center, followed by Easton West at first. Rosario at short. Rink Dog, also at a grand slam last game. He is catching for Crozier McCoy, who will be on the mound for the Rips. And would be quite the moment for Crozier if he can get the win and send the Rippers to the Bartolo series against the Empire. But a lot of baseball between now and then, so let's get to it. All right, to Big Sky Ballpark we go. Looking good under the stars, and I don't know, it's just one of those games where it feels like the pitching's been so good this series until it hasn't. The bats have been really cold, and it seems like as soon as each team has started to scratch the surface with some offense, the floodgates have just opened. So going to be crucial for each starter tonight to have some good damage control and just keep the lid on for as long as they can. Quick couple strikes from McCoy to start it off. And 3 pitches, 1 out. Pop up to Hammer. He is looking healthy. Quick recovery for him after he pulled something last game. And he's got the next one. Quick 2 outs for Crozier. Here comes David Leathers. Moose are swinging early in the count so far. And there's another one. Oh, Yomada doesn't want to jump for it. That looked like it might float right into his glove. But instead it's going to bloop in there. So it was almost a 5-pitch inning for Crozier. Now he's going to have to face Orinoco. Misses with a couple. 2-0. Holds. And the runner stays put. Nice pitch on the inside there. Nice pitch on the outside. Count is even. And gets him. Works around a little bit of lack of hustle from his buddy Yomada. But maybe he's saving it all for the bat, as he will come up third in this inning. Here comes Charlie Bubblegum, also swinging at the first one, and that is a short porch in left field. Let's see if it has enough to scrape the wall. It doesn't. That's an easy can of corn in any other ballpark, but here, sometimes those little pop-outs can get dangerous. So Kozak also with a quick first out. And falls behind 3-0 to Hammer. 4-pitch walk. And see, we've got a lot of people in the chat rooting for both teams. Have some good healthy banter probably. Yomada up now. See if Hammer's thinking about going here, but Kozak throws gas, so if you don't run on an off-speed pitch, you're probably going to get absolutely hosed. 2-2, 103, no chance for Yomada. And did he just get hurt? Did I see some red above his name? Oh, yep. Yomada has a muscle strain. We'll see what the Rips do for substitutions. That's not great in a game where they want to be at full strength to put it away. Yomada, they're arguably their best player this season. Runner goes. And out at second. What I tell you, you can't run on Kozak when he's throwing that hard. Rips get one on, but we'll see what happens with Yomada here. Looks like he is staying in the game, so the injury must not have been that severe, but he won't be his usual self. And 3-0 here to Gleasack, not close. Leadoff runner on for the Moose. Here comes Alonzo batting sixth. Strike one, nice slider, top of the zone. Picks over to first. Another good looking slider. 0-2, and down goes Alonzo. Russ Perry up now. Righty on a lefty here. Can't find the zone again. Seems like every other batter with both of these starters, they're either drilling strikes in or missing entirely. Count's gonna go full here. We'll see if the runner goes. Runner holds and misses just inside. So a couple free passes here for Bracagalupi. Your bottom of the lineup can get you going, then you're in great shape, but he's going to pop that one up. Looks like Easton has enough room. And now, unfortunately, you're going to have Kozak swing away. You never know, though. These pitchers, especially in the playoffs, seen some crazy good hitting from him, and that's not a bad swing for Kozak. It's going to float up there a little too long, but can't be too mad at that, given the batting attributes, and got a decent swing on it. 4-5-6 up for the Rippers. Schwarbaum's coming off a career night. Like I said, he had a grand slam, 6 RBIs, and a ball he hit to deep center was that close to being a 2 grand slam night for Schwarbaum. So he'll ground out to first here. I don't think anyone has ever got double-digit RBIs in the playoffs. Rarely even in the regular season, and he was that close. But I think he'll take the 6 RBIs, as Benny's going to try and bloop that in. Not quite. Glisek has it, no problem. East and West up now. Specialist will come active for Kozak. Strike at the bottom of the zone, 1-1. Nice pitch there on the corner, 1-2. And Alonso has it. He'll take it himself. Tells Kozak to save his legs, and we're scoreless after 2. And no, I am not picking up Mrs. Helium. She worked a morning shift and is already at home, so there will be no 9 p.m. exit tonight. I know that's disappointing to those of you who are, I don't know, creatures of habit. All right, Donnie Danks up now. And just under the glove, Rosario is going to grab it, but it's going to be well late.
Now batting, the catcher, number 11.
Seems like they're all getting base runners on. At least 1 or 2 an inning, but no one's really gotten past second base at all. 1-2 to Leathers. Hit well, but Hammer's up to the task.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Benji made a leaping grab at third base yesterday at his secondary position, proving what a baller he is. And 3-0, falling behind to Orinoco here. 99 in there. Gotta be careful here. Orinoco's gonna float it to deep left. Does it have enough for the wall? It does. Schwarbums is gonna have trouble with it, and that's gonna allow the run to score. Moose are gonna take the lead 1-0. I think if he plays that a little better off the wall, he can hold that runner at third, but that is a very tough little wire fence they've got going there. So you gotta kind of guess and hope for the best. Understandable that that bounce didn't go his way, so gotta be happy it stayed in the yard, and if you can keep this runner at second, probably good with it. And Rink Dog has it for out number 3. Moose by 1. 7-8-9 coming up for the Rips.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 47.
Rosario ahead 2-1. The pitch from Kozak. Not a bad one to swing at, but she missed it, got under it, and Leathers has it in foul territory for out number 1. Kozak is locked in, and Specialist active again. He has faced the minimum thanks to the caught stealing. Not anymore though, as Rink Dog, probably the worst bat as far as matchups go in the lineup besides the pitcher spot for the Rips, but he will get it done. Gets a good hack, and here comes Crozier. We'll see if he tries to bunt him over here. Shows bunt, but pulls back. Ball 1. Ball 2. Strike 1. Finally gets it down, and I think might have thought about going to second there, as it wasn't the best bunt, but better safe than sorry. Would get that second out. And looks like that'll be the third one. Bubblegum runs pretty quick, but no problem for Orinoco. Head to the 4th. 6-7-8 coming up for the Moose.
First baseman, number 20.
And after yesterday's shellacking, as that's going to be a deep drive into left center. Benny says he has it. Just barely missed it. But after yesterday, you got to feel good if you're the Moose to have the first run on the board. I know it's just a 1-run lead, but a little bit of a sigh of relief probably. And Crozier's still working here. He's neutral after allowing the run last inning. Still pitching a heck of a game.
Now batting, the
And a loud first out and a quiet second out. So 2 out, nobody on for the center fielder. He's ahead 2-0, 3-0. Fastball in there at 97. And ball 4. Wish you got him out so you could face the pitcher spot to start off the next inning. Now you got to face Kozak, who's locked in. He'll get a little boost to the bat. Take strike 1. Strike 2. Crozier's not messing around now, and just misses high. Kozak was good discipline there, and that one was in the zone, so good one to swing at, but no contact, and part of the Rippers' order looking to at least even this thing up.
Number 69.
Hammer gets a decent swing on it, but doesn't put it in the gap. And here comes Yomada, who is officially strained. You see he's got 2 bars down on his fitness, so that is definitely affecting his stats, and maybe his plate discipline is, that was not a good one to swing at. Behind 1 and 2, Kozak looking to put him away, and great play by Orinoco. Might have been safe if Dixon was healthy, so that was a bang-bang play at first, but that was pretty solid contact considering he's not fully healthy anymore, so maybe a sign of good things to come if he can stick it out the rest of the game. Schwarbaum's up now, and he's thinking one thing, and it's home run. He's not going to get it here, but it does get to the wall. He will cruise into second, and he just does not stop hitting. Benny with an RBI chance last night. He was quiet. I think he was 0 for 4, and then his last 2 at-bats, he got RBI singles both times. He's looking to continue that here. He's ahead 2-0. And that, wow, the Moose defense up to the challenge this inning. Doing Kozak some favors and keeping the Rippers off the board.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 30.
Top of the order. Third time Crozier's going to face him, so he's at 63 pitches and starts to get into the crucial part of the game for a starting pitcher. That thing is crushed to left field. It looks like it'll go, and it's off the very top of the wall. You can't get any closer than that. I know it's a short porch here at this stadium, but
Number 13.
that was inches from being a solo shot to start this inning. Moose will try to bring him around to score anyways. Donnie Danks is up. 2-1. 3-1. First base is open, but I mean with no outs. Gotta throw at him here. Tough out is active. Full count. And misses high and away.
Now batting, the catcher, number 11.
Leather's up now. Big spot for the Moose. And this is the part of the lineup you want up to if you're a Manitoba fan. 3-0. Ooh, just got a strike in there. That was close. Strike 2. Picks back to second. Ooh. I don't know about that. And misses. Bases loaded. No outs for the Moose.
Now batting, the shortstop,
They are
number 15.
trying to put this game away and go to Game 7. Orinoco's up. Crozier's still in the game. 5 walks. And he cannot find the zone. Orinoco up the middle. That'll be good for 2 runs. And Moose are ahead 3-0. Throw is cut off. And you got to think that'll be the end of the night for Crozier.
Fielder. Now pitching,
And he do it coming in. 3-run deficit, not the end of the world for the Rippers offense if they can strand these runners here. But he do it coming in a tight spot. 2 on and nobody out. And is that going to bloop in? Nope, Easton's there. Won't be deep enough for the runners to think about advancing.
now batting, the
Their
first
productive
baseman,
first out for he do it.
20.
Alonso up now, and that looks like a double play ball. Oh, it was hit a little too soft for them to get the force at second. So now, big RBI chance for Russ Perry with 2 outs. He can get a single here. This will start to feel like a very different game. Bad swing there. It's 1-2. And shatters his bat, but he has it. Makes the throw across the diamond. And Moose by 3. Rippers only 2 hits through 4. And the time is now. They got the bottom of the lineup up against locked-in Kozak. Need to get something done, and Kozak has not stopped dominating this lineup. They have no answers for him in Game 3 and no answers tonight. And if the Rippers don't want to play in Game 7, it is time to start getting some hits. 2-0 to Rosario. Just misses high with the curve. Couple strikes in there, full count. Fouls the curve off. And that's hit sharply to third for Danks, out number 1. Brink Dogs 1 for 1 with a single. And he gets under that changeup. Alonso's there for out number 3. And unfortunately for the Rippers, they will have the 9 spot hitting in the bottom of the 6th. And given the score, I know he'd do it. Just came in, but this is probably his last inning, regardless of how he does, with that in mind. Easton's right over there near the dugout. Finds enough room to make the play. I'm assuming we'll see Kozak hit again here. Yep. No reason to take him off the mound, and that's hit well, but right to Rosario. And Bradley up now, who had the double to start the rally last inning, will pop out here. Rosario in, wow. Deep short. She wanted it though. All right, 9-1-2 for the Rippers. Are we gonna see Seamus Heine, the pinch hitter of legend? And there he is. He told his coach today that he was gonna hit his first home run tonight. But he's down 0-2 to Kozak, so I think if he just gets on base, that's probably a miracle. He's putting up a good fight though, 1-2. 2-2. And swings at the inside one, tries to fight it off foul, but it stays fair, and that will be out number 1. Not a bad at bat for Seamus, given how he fell behind 0-2 quickly. No home run, unfortunately. He'll have to wait another game for that. And bubblegum goes down looking. Kozak painted the corner. I wonder if he's on fire yet. Still just locked in. 67 pitches. Hammers 0 for 1 with a walk. 2-0 here. Gus miss inside. 3-0. Another 4-pitch walk to Hammers, same as in the first inning. And Yomada, you'd love to see him batting at full strength here, but Hammer got thrown out earlier, and he's safe this time. Risky play with 2 outs. Rippers look like they're just trying to get one back here, and it's 0-2 to Yomada. And gonna flare it right to Alonso at first. Phil Ick coming in. And we've got 3 innings left in this one. No, Kozak's looking great, but he's tiring, so if you're the Moose, 2, 3, 4 coming up. Phil Ick has struggled in this series. This is the place to put this game out of reach. Danks will ground out to Rosario for quick out number 1.
Now batting, the catcher, number 11.
Leather's up now. Reno misses inside. It can't believe it, but
Number 15.
that's been the tale of the tape so far for him this series. Rocking the 16 ERA. Rink Dog throws down. Safe, no doubt about it. I like the aggression there from the Moose. Up 3, put the pressure on the defense. As Orinoco has all 3 Moose RBIs. He's behind 1 and 2 here. The pitch. Down he goes. Ick figures him out.
Now batting the left field.
But now we have to see 2 out Phil Ick, which is a very different Phil Ick. Nice curveball in there for strike 1 to Gleasack. One and 2 here. Can't tempt him with the curveball outside. And that is hit deep. That's going to at least get Wall off the top of the wall again. That's a RBI single. And that'll make it a 4-0 ball game.
First baseman, number 20.
I told you the Moose were gonna come out to play tonight. Runner goes, testing Rink Dog again. Safe again. Keep moving the chains. And Rosario has it. Not a bad swing by Alonso. And Rippers were running out of time. Now they're down 4. Still just the 2 hits on the night. One of them by this guy here, Jack Schwarbaums. Kozak may have been right when he said that. Hopefully the Rippers used all their runs for the rest of the series in Game 5. If so, that is very poor budgeting as they won that game by 13. And if this score holds, which it's looking like it will, it's all going to come down to Game 7.
Now batting the center fielder, number 12.
Benny up now, 0 for 2. Big cut at the changeup. Kozak is still dealing. Tough out versus K-Man here. Ball gets away, but no one's on. Full count. Hit right to Orinoco again. East and West up now. Gotta hope he gets on just so we'll see some more of the better bats in this order, but he won't. He'll line out to third. And I think the Rippers will have 7, 8, 9 in the 8th and the top of the lineup and hopefully then some in the 9th. But Ick still has some work to do, try and keep this thing close. 4-run deficit feels like it could just be within reach for the Rippers if they can get something going here with 6 outs left to work with.
Number 55.
But if any of these runs come around to score for the Moose, odds go from bad to really bad, like win the game 1 time out of 100 bad. 2 and 2 here. Specialist. No doubt about that one. Don't know what he was looking for, but that was a good pitch to swing at. Kozak stays in the game. He was a 1 out shy of a complete game shutout in Game 3, and he is just unstoppable against these Rippers. Show and bunt. Nice curveball, 2-2. Infield a double play depth. Shows bunt again, but pulls back. And in there. Took the pitch, but it was right in there and keeps the runner at first. Now 2 outs for Bradley. Ick's starting to tire. He's at 34 pitches now. Has a few strikeouts. And that is gone. Moose 6-0. They keep adding on. The Rippers' bats cannot get going at all, and they have chipped away to the point where they are up 6 late, and this game is looking like it is over. Ick stays in the game a little too long. They'll probably pull him here, but damage has been done. Here comes Nanigans on mop-up duty as the Rippers have to start thinking about Game 7. As much as that might have some PTSD after last season. Nice dive by Hammer, but just past his glove.
Now batting.
Moose trying to get a whole nother rally going here with 2 outs. Leather's up. Two. Couldn't tempt him with the screwball. Full count. Nanigans has walked his handful of batters. That's a weak dribbler. Hammer has it, and in time. Nanigans with the 1.23 ERA this series. It's going to be a bit lower now after those at-bats. But the whip at 1.5, so he's gotten away with some. All right, last chance. Oh, no, not last chance. It's the 8th. 7, 8, 9 up for the Rips. To their advantage, possibly, is the fact that Kozak is getting tired. But it feels like a 6-run lead is just going to be too much for him. Full count here. Oh, top of the zone. And Kozak didn't have the velocity, but he had the location. Rink dog up now. Curveball in there for strike 1. That's hammered but foul. Kozak approaching 100 pitches. He will get out number 2 on the weak dribbler. He is on fire. We'll see a pinch hitter here. And Cody Thunder up from the minors, going to get his first look this series. Congratulations to him. Kozak's on fire. And Thunder's going to lift it into left field. No problem for Gleasak. We head to the 9th. Helium in. Hoping to not make this thing any worse, but 2 hits all game, and that just ain't going to cut it. Rippers continue to not have any solutions with the bats for... Ooh, off the glove of Rosario. Good effort. For the Moose righties, for such a left-handed heavy batting lineup, they have not been able to hit the righties, and have had plenty of success against the Moose left-handed hitters. And should be no surprise to anyone that the Moose will be starting Tuvia in Game 7, given how dominant he was in Game 1. But again, thinking about the matchups, I mean, he's another righty. In theory, a lefty-heavy batting lineup should have more success, but that has not been the case this series. Moose have 2 on, nobody out after the single off the ricochet, and now a walk. That's going to find the seats. Schwarbombs gives it a look. Finds the seats again, a little closer this time. 2-2. Another one foul. Easton gives chase, and good effort. Almost landed in someone's lap there, but stays on his side of the fence. He knows the rules. 3-2 here. Alonzo, what an at-bat. And is he going to win the battle? It looks like he will. That is deep to center field. No doubt about it. 3-run home run for the Moose. In garbage time, more or less. And now it is 9-0. After all the momentum yesterday, this series has been turned on its head, and no doubt about it, we will see a Game 7. Helium tense, now just looking to get through this and get some good rest, I guess. That's going to almost bloop in there. Easton has it for finally the first out of the inning.
Number 55.
And they're making him work for it. Still good plate discipline despite the lead. Who wants it? Dixon's putting in some good hustle despite the injury.
Now batting, the pitcher, number
That kid's got a lot of heart.
number 14.
And they're going to sub out Kozak. Man, they're up 9. What gives? I mean, Kozak was getting really tired, so maybe he'll be thankful they'll keep his ERA without risk of climbing after how dominant he's been this series. And Andy Young coming in. He got roughed up yesterday. Be looking to get 3 outs to send the Moose to Game 7. Same time, same place tomorrow. Top of the Rippers lineup, Bubblegum is 0 for 3. 1 and 2. Almost up the middle. Orinoco has it. For out number 1. Hammer's up now, 0 for 1 with a couple walks. And this has been quite the series, of course, as the finally will put the Rippers on the board, but too little too late. Still, what a swing from Hammer. That's in the upper deck for a solo shot. Let's see how long it was. 439. Goes a lot farther if it doesn't get the seats that early. 9-1. Rippers probably feeling good. They know how to score at least 1 run going into tomorrow. But anyways, the Moose won games 1 and 3. And in games 2 and 4, obviously had a chance to put a real serious deficit onto the Rippers, but Rippers evening things up after going down twice and then taking the series lead in Game 5, only to roll over and die in this one. And it is all going to come down to Game 7. And that'll do it. Gotta ask yourself tomorrow, is it going to be a pitching duel, or are we going to see one of the offenses pop off like we have a lot this series? It could go any which way. All right, Moose win this one 9-1. They out-hit the Rippers 10-3, and it never seemed close. I mean, the Rippers just couldn't get anything done. They couldn't get any runners in scoring position, and they're going to just have to turn the page and hope the sim favors them tomorrow. All right, for the Moose offense, we had 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Bradley. Donnie Danks got on base 3 times, as did Leathers. As did Orinoco with 3 hits and 3 ribbies. Bear Alonso 1 for 5, but the 3-run jack. And for the Rippers, not much. Hits from Hammer, Schwarbombs, and Rink Dog. A couple walks from Hammer. He had a great night with the home run, but everyone else had a very bad night, so it doesn't really work like that if you only got one guy doing his thing. And Kozak, of course, gets the win. 8 strong, scoreless, only 4 base runners allowed. I mean, after Game 1, we thought Tuvia was the guy to watch this series, and he will be tomorrow. But Kozak, I think if the Moose can win Game 7 tomorrow, gotta be your series MVP with how well he has pitched in some critical games this series. Andy Young gives up the solo shot, but closes the door. And Crozier McCoy, not nearly as dominant as he was in Game 3, gives up 3 over 4. 5 walks really hurt him, and he do it. 2 perfect innings, followed by Ick, who kind of let the game get a little more out of reach. Nanigans had just 1 out, and then Helium gave up 3 runs himself, and the lead went from 6-9. Nice if you're a Moose fan, not nice if you're a Rippers fan, and that did it. Let's see some Kozak on this star of the game board. Star number 1, I could not agree with that anymore. Again, we already went over his stats. He only had the 3 strikeouts, but the Rippers bats just couldn't make good contact off of him, and his defense did the rest. Bradley is star number 2, 2 for 5. Homer, double, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. And Orinoco, 3 for 5, double, 3 RBIs. And yeah, I mean, no surprise with how the Moose played in Week 10, that they were not going to go quietly into the night. And let's give you a little preview of tomorrow's game. So going back to Game 1, of course this will be a pitching rematch from Game 1. Let me scroll and find it real quick. So yeah, we had Tuvia dominating. He went 7 and only gave up 1 earned run. And then Kozak and Andy Young did the rest. He took the loss despite only giving up 2. Ick gave up 4. And the final score of that one was 6-2 Moose. So a little more competitive of a game. Like I said, both of those pitchers, those starters, will be going again tomorrow. And it's going to be winner take all to face the Empire in the Bartolo series. Moose are trying to keep their magical run going, and the Rippers are trying to not have a repeat of last semifinals Game 7. But we will see. Only one team can come out on top, and that will be decided tomorrow. Alright, so until then, this has been Big Head Baseball Semifinal Game 6. I enjoyed commentating despite the result. Hope you guys had fun, and I mean, spread the word. We got a Game 7 tomorrow. I think it's the second one in league history. They don't happen that often, so make sure you're here. Should be 8:30 Eastern start, just like today. Obviously, stay posted for the details, and we will see you then. I am going to really see if someone else can jump on the mic, because I don't know if I can handle it. So if you're a commentator and you want to jump on Game 7 tomorrow, by all means, please spare me from having to be in this booth, because I'm going to be a mess. Alright, with that, that'll be it for tonight. Moose take this one, even the series at 3 apiece, and Game 7 tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. This has been Big Head Baseball.